What is up, guys, and welcome to Forest Green Rovers Career Mode episode number 11. We are here for the final episode of Season 1 of this Career Mode. Yes, that is right. This Thursday, it will be Season 2, and because that was the case, there were 6 games to get through, and I was feeling pretty lazy. We've only got 3 played games, 3 sim games, and yeah, but those 3 played games themselves are pretty mental in their own right. So we start things off here with this game against Colchester. We're at home. Things should be kind of easy, except for the fact our lineup is weak as anything, because this was a midweek game, and a lot of our starting players, you can see, like Ben Brayton, were on the bench. Of course, in the last episode, we lost Figueroa and Reece Brown for the rest of the season, and as a result of that, we suffered a fairly demoralising 2-1 loss to Colchester at home, meaning that when we took on Barnet here, we really had to do our very best to hold on to this championship lead. We're 4 points ahead of Luton with 5 games to go. It really could go either way. Dropping into the playoff promotion spot is not a concern of mine. I think we're safe. I think we're going to be fine, but I want to win the league badly. And we start things off here in this game against Barnet. Early corner, and Ben Brayton gets things underway in his own usual way with a really having to jump way up high for that header. It's headed into him, no one around him, and he gets into a perfect space to header that one home. The highlight's going to be quick here just because there are an awful lot of goals to get through, and I wanted to try and keep this episode fairly short. Once more, Brayton in tons of space, 2-0, and we're only 13 minutes in. If I didn't know better, it seemed like Ben Brayton was in for another one of his scoring days where he is just putting boot to ball to net. But Barnet weren't accepting that. They weren't accepting the show being all about Ben Brayton. They almost try and get a goal there, but a great save by Collins prevents them from making it a 1-goal game once more. Look at this in the replay here. Takes the shot and a fantastic save there. What a keeper he's been this season. Needs a few more clean sheets under his belt. But here goes Ben Brayton now, a few minutes later, all by himself, no one to help him, and it's a hat-trick for Ben Brayton. Beautiful work by him. Not once was I concerned about that being anything but a goal. Ben Brayton makes it 3-0, a first half hat-trick for the incredible goal-scoring machine that he is. But like I said, Barnet were trying to make sure that the show weren't all about us, and they get, just before the break, the chance to make it 3-1. Very lucky deflection falls to them, and they make it 3-1. The chance is still alive for them to get back into this game. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. A few minutes later, we're still in the first half here. Ben Brayton, well, he just hits it and it goes in. That's a 4th goal for him in 1 half. And he goes over to celebrate with the Forest Green crowd again. Take a look at this goal on the replay now. Absolutely incredible shot. And just as an amazing goal, look, the defence is spread so wide there, it's so easy for Brayton to get around that one man and just smash it into the corner. 4-1, this game was over, but we still had a half of football left to play. Marsh Brown makes a lovely little run through here, finds Chumacero, he goes for the goal, can't get it. Ben Brayton gets a very lucky header, and it's goal number 5 in this game for Ben Brayton. The assist will probably go to Chumacero, but it was a very lucky goal, and oh well, we didn't get too much time to celebrate it because Barnet came back there, making it 5-2 with half an hour to go. There's still like a fraction of a chance of them making this game matter, but then we're in the 86th minute or whatever it is. The score is still 5-2. They're still trying though. We were on the back foot now. We were just trying to keep fitness fine for the rest of the games, and Barnet were in it to try and get back, to try and claw back a point somehow, and they went and made it 5-3, practically a death's door. So it didn't mean anything anyways. We win. A very easy win anyway. 5-3 it ends, and Ben Brayton picks up his match ball. 6 shots, 5 goals. Absolutely incredible day for him at the office. And that, I'm pretty sure, meant that we were going to the playoff promotion games no matter what, I think, although I might be wrong about that one. We'll see in the next game. But you see there, Bennett becomes the youngster, Jonathan Bennett, becomes a hero and a villain in one game. Getting a goal and then getting himself sent off 15 minutes later against Cheltenham was really not what we needed to happen. We were then left with 10 men for Cheltenham to try and defeat, and it's unfortunate, but there, as you can see, Ben Brayton missed that penalty, missed the chance to make it a 2-1 win, and sadly, we held on to a 1-1 draw away to Cheltenham. Then we have a tough game lined up against Chesterfield. They are, I believe, 8th, I think it was, heading into this game. So we really had to do our best to try and beat them. We take the early lead there with Marsh Brown. Things are looking good right now. Not a lot of highlights to talk about, obviously, but things are still looking good, looking sturdy, forcing a lot of yellow cards out from the other players, and Brayton scores this time from the spot to make it 2-0, and with 20 minutes left, the game is virtually sealed. It's going to be a good win for us. It's just focusing on what Luton were able to do, and Luton clawed a 2-all draw with Carlisle United, and then we faced them right there, right then. Luton Town, second place to us, a win here to put them 1 point behind us, and that was the big story heading into this one. This was the penultimate game of the season, and Luton, unless they could, unless Luton won this one, there was no way they were winning the league. Our goal difference is too great to try and win, so they acted quick, and early on they break through the defence there and take a very early lead, much to the glee of this crowd. They are standing up at the sight of that goal, and it was a devastating goal to let in. You see on the replay, Bagayoko should have done better there. Plenty of space, somehow gets past. I believe that's Dale Bennett in this one, because if memory serves me correct, I don't think Jonathan Bennett's fitness was good enough. But you see there, that's our first shot of the game, and that was basically one of the stories of our game. We had to take a lot of shots outside of the box because it was so difficult to break down Luton's defence. But Luton were having the time of their lives breaking down our 17 minutes in, 2-0 up. And the runners-up, the ones in second place right now, want to make sure that they are not going to be in that. They want to make sure they're going to be lifting the trophy, to a game from now in the final game of the season. And they kept on going here. As you can see, it's still the first half. They're still on the attack. Collins forced to make a great save there, and he doesn't seem too happy about it either. I'm to do all the work here. We move on much later to the game. There's 15 minutes left. Ben Brayton gets very lucky there to score that goal, and he runs away with the ball, trying to see if we could score an equaliser, salvage a point, and therefore take home the league as a result of it. I think it takes the deflection before it goes in. Brayton's goal, it's still called, but Luton Town pick up a huge win, and it means we go to the final game of the season to try and decide who wins the League Two. It was after this game that, both us and Luton knew we were getting promoted now. The story was over. It was settled. We're in League One no matter what, which is great news. But it's all about that trophy but there. 1 point between us. Who is going to be first? Who's going to be second? Who's going to get to celebrate heading up to League One with a trophy in their hands? And thankfully for us, we had Grimsby down in the bottom of the league. However, the last time we faced them, they were second bottom, and we clung on by pure luck to a 1-all draw at their home. Ben Brayton, though, didn't want that happening and finally broke the deadlock halfway through the first half. Ben Brayton ecstatic to score that goal. He has been a goal-scoring machine this season, but another one to the tally was not going to make, it was not going to disappoint him. We had to do everything in our power to make sure that we decimated Grimsby here, and we're on our way to the League Two title. And Brayton just 3 minutes later made sure that was going to be the case. Knocked in a second goal there. 2-0, and as it's looking, this one is over and done with. 10 minutes later now, Luke James on the right, trying to make an impressive run here, doing a great job of holding on to the ball. Unfortunately, loses out on it. A little bit of confusion there. Somehow James recovers the ball. Chubasero plays it to Brayton, and in 10 minutes, Brayton goes from no goals to 3 goals. Another first half hat-trick in this one for Ben Brayton, and goal, if I remember rightly, number 43 on the season. Absolutely incredible by Ben Brayton. Grimsby, though, were not out of it. They were still trying to fight back, and they almost got a goal there from Collins, but he was not willing to let a goal go in the back of the net in this huge game. Second half now, we move on. Great passing about the box. Luke James takes a good shot, and it goes in the back of the net there. 4-0 now at the dawn of the second half. This one is over and done with. Luton can do whatever they can against Notts County, I believe they were facing. It won't matter. This one is all done, and Traore makes sure it's all done by adding to the goal tally. 5-0 with half an hour still to play. Absolutely amazing. We've scored so many goals that no one can be bothered to celebrate. That's how easy it's been for us. Ben Brayton there, passes down into Traore, and it's 6. Traore and Brereton have a scoring fest in front of goals, and Ben Brereton decides he wanted to get involved in an assist as well. The 6th goal, and what could well be the final goal. Celebrating it like we've won the league. Well, that's only a few minutes away, because now it is time to celebrate just that. Forest Green Rovers not only are going to League One, but have won the Football League 2, and have won it with a destructive finale against Grimsby Town, who, if this game actually had relegation, would be going to the non-league. But thankfully for them, they survived. But it's not about Grimsby, it's about us. It's about that trophy right there. It's about celebrating victory, and that's exactly what we've done. Chumacero lifts up the trophy. Forest Green are champions. It was just a year ago they were added to the Football League for the first time in their career, and they're already on their way to greatness. The crowd in the Ecotricity Arena cannot help but jump around and celebrate with the team, because greatness is still on its way. Ben Brereton, Reece Brown, the list goes on of the amazing players this season. The celebrations wild in this arena. Forest Green Rovers are going to League One, and what an incredible feeling it's going to be. But the job is barely done. We've still got 2 more leagues to go through, and we've got to try and survive League One. And with the team that we've got, it's going to be far easier said than done, because of course we not only got to survive it, we got to thrive in it. But before we finish off this season, let's take it to the aftermath, and let's get a rundown of the players' performance this season. Hello everyone, welcome. Yeah, this is past, featured, one of the two, me talking to you right now. As you can see, we're just going to finish off this episode by taking a look at the kind of the stats and how people, and like a squad report, I guess, for the end of the year. We're going to try and leave this as quick as possible, just so this episode doesn't go on too long. But as you can see, Bradley Collins even, who appeared, I think, in every single game we played, 13 clean sheets in 57 games, not the best, but his increase in overall is more than enough for me. Now, I'm only going to pick, the ones who matter. Bradley Collins being one of them. Jonathan Bennett, the youngster, as well. I know next season this kid's going to get way better. If he's gone up 7 in about, this is about November, December, I think we bagged him. That's saying an awful lot of things for the future, and I'm very happy that that is the case. We're going to go down now to, Keanu Marsh-Brown is alright, but nothing too major. The man who just lifted the trophy for us, Chumacero, thankfully, if you remember when we signed him and Figueira, they were signed to 1-year contracts, being able to get them both re-signed on a 2-year deal, so they're going to be staying around until we get to the Premier League. Theoretically, should things go well. But Chumacero, great guy, great player to use. 6 goals, 12 assists as well. Nothing I can complain about. Absolutely incredible work in the league. Figueira got injured by the end of the season, but once again, another great season for him. 7 goals, 11 assists. I brought in these 2 men thinking they were just here to fill up numbers. No, they knocked everyone. They knocked any midfielder out of the starting 11, and they were absolutely incredible. And I hope that when he comes back from injury, he'll be just as good. And the same is said for this guy, Reece Brown. 19 goals, 17 assists, absolutely incredible season for him. I wish he went up some more ratings, but these things happen. We've got plenty of time with him. He was the most difficult guy to get to re-sign, and you'll see why when I go into financial. Noble, I believe, is going anyway at the end of the season. No, he is going to be going because I'm not renewing his contract, because I'm not that big on the guy. Nothing interesting to say about him. Tobias Heinz, he got a bit better towards the end of this in this last episode, and I'm hoping that as time goes on, he'll get way better, and we'll see a real competition between him and this man here, Jean Carlos, for the starting 11 position. Jean Carlos had an okay season. Looking at his stats on the pitch, though, he felt better to use, but stats do matter. And of course, we're going to save the best for last. Ben Brereton, 42 appearances, 43 goals in the league, 15 assists as well. There's nothing more I can say about this guy. Incredible. He's worth something like 5 million for me now. He's on a huge contract anyway, and he's with us for a long time. I am ecstatic to be using him for the rest of this career mode, hopefully. He is absolutely out of this world amazing. Seriously, to anyone looking to do kind of a road to glory career, if you just want to kind of cheat your way to the top, just buy Ben Brereton. All he's going to do is bag you goals, and there's the proof of it. So now we're going to go into the attributes to look at the squad report essentially for this year and show you just how well it's gone. No one went down a rating, everyone's gone up a rating, and the biggest gain of them all is Bradley Collins, starting at 58 this season, ending at 70. Really, really good. Did not expect his potential to fly up as high as it did, and it's still going as well. Jonathan Bennett gone up 7 as well, because he's a youth player, obviously. Ben Brereton having gone up 6 is incredible, and just... he's just going to get better. He's going to get better and better. His potential's like 81, I believe, but I think we'll get way higher than that potential. We then got Ikevitu, who I might try and bring in when we get into League 1. He's only here on loan, and which is kind of annoying, but we'll see if I want to bring him in, or if there's another defender that I would rather bring in, maybe a youngster from the Prem who wants to obliterate my wages. And then one of the last guys I'll talk about, because he's gone up a lot, is of course Reece Brown. Gone up 5, got a trait, whatever it is. Oh, there we go, the flea. Very good indeed. There's his stats as well, showing that he's always good, and just going to show Ben Brereton's stats as well. Look at that sprint speed and acceleration. So quick, good stamina, and with 78 finishing, plus 10 this season. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, though, we go to show just how much Ben Brereton and Reece Brown are costing me. They're both on 12k a week. Yep, that was great. Had to get a signing bonus to keep Reece Brown around as well. So that's good. Chumacero and Figueroa as well were a bit expensive, but, you know, these things happen. Got to do what I got to do to keep these guys around. And look at Ben Brereton's value there. I think that's what we may want to end this thing on. Bought him for 1.4 million or whatever it is. He's now worth almost 300% what he was when we bought him. 4.6 million. Absolutely incredible. So there we go. That'll seal the deal. That'll seal the first season of this career mode. We won the title by a solid point from Luton Town. 106 goals scored. 43 of them by Ben Brereton. Incredible. And I will see you guys on Thursday for the second season of Forest Green. Between now and then, if there's any players you want to see me sign, if there's any players you think would be a good fit, put them in the comments. I'm not too sure, of course, how much money we'll have, but I'll give it a go nonetheless. That'll end the first season of Forest Green Rovers. See you on Thursday for the next one. Thank you guys for watching. Take it, guys, and ta-ra.